I sat at my small kitchen table in Montclair, the early morning light filtering through the blinds, dust motes dancing in the air. In my hand was a chipped ceramic mug, a wedding gift from Lizette 10 years ago, still stained from too many late-night coffees. I lifted it to my lips, savoring the warmth, believing that Riley's email would be another routine update on guest counts or travel itineraries. I'd already arranged everything: flights, hotels, the extravagant welcome dinner at Le Jules Verne. $40,000 wired and accounted for. I tapped the trackpad, waited for my mail app to load, and then I saw it. A new message from Riley. My heart quickened with anticipation, but when I clicked to open it, the temperature in the room seemed to drop. It began not with a greeting, but a single word: Dad. No. Hi, no, hello. Just the stark salutation. Cold and clipped. My pulse slowed as I scrolled. They'd decided I should join via Livestream, because my ex-wife, Lady, and the future in-laws thought it would be more intimate. Then came the punchline. The final insult. If you want to be part of it, you can watch through the Google Earth window, LOL. I stared at the words, mouth dry, a hollowness spreading in my chest. The coffee tasted bitter, as if the beans themselves knew I'd been betrayed. A laugh struggled in my throat, half disbelief, half despair. "Lowell," she'd written, a taunt, masked as levity. I closed my laptop and traced a finger over the tabletop. I thought of every cheesy Hallmark moment I'd orchestrated for her. Homemade birthday cakes that collapsed, science fair presentations built from cardboard and glitter, late nights quizzing her on algebra until she finally laughed and hugged me, and now all that effort, reduced to pixels on a screen I would never see up close. The room tilted, but I held on to the edge of the table. My phone buzzed in my pocket. A bot. Reminder that the world outside had not paused for my heartbreak. Instead of responding with anger or sadness, I opened a blank reply and typed 4 words. Sure, enjoy your big day. I hit send. The click echoed in my mind like a verdict. No more pleading. No more excuses. Final. I closed the laptop lid and stood, moving almost on autopilot to the door. My reflection in the foyer mirror caught me mid-stride. A man in his mid-50s, graying temples, shoulders slightly stooped, a man who once shone with pride, now shadowed with betrayal. I shook my head, stepped outside, and drove to Crestview Bank. Inside, Mr. Alluston looked up from his desk with a welcoming smile that faltered when he saw the steel in my gaze. He'd been managing the wedding account since Riley announced her engagement. I told him I wanted to cancel the next wire transfer. All $60,000 reserved for the venue, the florist, the photographer. He leaned forward, eyebrows raised in disbelief. That's scheduled to go out tomorrow, he said, clicking through the ledger. I nodded and gave him the account number. It was never about the money, I said quietly. It was about being present. He hesitated, then picked up the phone to authorize the cancellation. I left the bank feeling unburdened, though my knuckles were white around the steering wheel. Back at my apartment, 12 missed calls blinked on my phone. Riley, Lette, Malcolm, even my daughter's ex-in-laws had called. I didn't return a single one. Their voicemails piled up. Please, apologies, demands. Dad, it's not what you think. Please, just wire the money so we can get this sorted. Dad, you're acting crazy. I deleted each message without listening. I poured a drink, an aged single malt that Lizette always insisted I'd ruin if I didn't learn to appreciate. Then I walked down to the riverbank. The water ran cold and steady, reflecting the bright spring sky. I thought of coaching Riley's soccer team, seeing her grin after she scored her first goal. I remembered tucking her in after thunderstorm-fueled nightmares, whispering that she was safe. And now the best gift I'd ever given her, my presence, was deemed disposable by the people she loves most. Later, Malcolm arrived unannounced and entitled. He breezed into my foyer as if nothing had changed since 2009, when we were a picture-perfect family. He gestured at the half-empty glass in my hand. "This is going to ruin everything, you know," he said, voice low. "The caterers, threatening to walk. The venue needs final payment." I met his gaze across the coffee table. "I wasn't invited," I replied. "So I'm not paying." He frowned, confusion flickering in his eyes. "You're really going to blow up her wedding? Over an email?" I shrugged. I'm not the one who delivered the blow. I spent the rest of the afternoon drafting a timeline, every contribution. Dresses, deposits, dinners, gifts. I printed it out and sent a copy to my lawyer, just in case. On social media, Riley had already posted the Eiffel Tower engagement photo, captioned with a passive-aggressive line about family drama. Comments flooded in. "Family is everything." Ignore the haters. Talia, my niece, chimed in with a pointed question. "Didn't your dad pay for the venue?" Silence followed. Truth, once shared, scatters illusions like glass in the sun. I didn't reply, didn't comment. I just closed my laptop and listened to the river's steady murmur, realizing that sometimes the line that breaks you also sets you free. The words came out hard, jagged, but they shone with clarity. I closed the journal and turned off the lamp, leaving the room in half light. Outside, the rain had returned, a steady curtain that seemed to wash away what remained of my anger. Before sleep, I checked my email one last time. There was an unread message from Riley's fiancé, Andre. Subject line, "Thank you." I opened it with caution. He wrote, "Your generosity to the vendors means a lot. Riley is upset, but she's asking why. You did it. I wish she understood you better." I stared at the words, the question mark hanging between us like a fragile truce. I typed back, "Ask her yourself." Then I deleted the draft and closed the laptop. In the quiet that followed, I felt no triumph, only a quiet resolve. Collateral gratitude can't buy genuine connection, but it can remind both giver and receiver. That responsibility, real responsibility, matters more than affection bought or begged. And with that thought, I finally let the day end. The phone rang twice before I silenced it, letting Andre's number slip into voicemail. With the same deliberate calm I'd used to cancel the Paris